Hello and welcome back to Tommy's Top Shelf Comics. I'm Tommy, joined by Murphy.
Hello.
How's it going? How was your week?
Good. I caught up on a few books that I had fallen behind on while family was in town and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's just been the majority of it. Is luckily it's only like single issues of a comic, not like I'm behind by 10 issues.
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
like,
That's true. That is true.
like it's just like, oh, read
You're not over a
Fantastic
month
Four.
before. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like read this. But yeah, very heavy Marvel couple weeks for me. I only ended up with Batman 131, the second print, which was a Jimenez design variant, and
Nice.
then 132.
Yeah.
But yeah, so very heavy Marvel couple weeks for me.
Nice. It's been a very heavy DC couple weeks for me. I've been catching up with all the Bat books. But the one I did not catch up on is Robin. And we just did a deep dive on our number 5 here. But I have a lot of homework I need to do before I jump into this, as we will talk about. So let's get right into our top 5 comics for the week of February 22nd, 2023. Number 5, Lazarus, Planet Omega.
So this one's called Neza and King Fireball. Fate and Fury, the devil Neza and his son are at war, with all of humanity caught in the middle. The Lazarus storms are intensifying worldwide. Earth's superheroes are on the ropes, and Batman is living on borrowed time. It's up to Zatanna, the Spectre, the Demon Clarion, and the rest of the DCU's magic users to join Damian Wayne and set things right. But to do that, they'll have to uncover Neza's final explosive secret. Plus, Dreamer has rescued Dr. Fate's helmet from destruction, and why does it keep glowing like that? The dawn of the DCU begins as the Lazarus Planet saga crashes to a close. That's a lot. This event has been fast. I really feel like they kind of just like they had to get it out,
Right.
because
Or
they
maybe
they're
it was all done and then they just
yeah.
release it once, which I
Well, it's
I
all
don't
one
know.
shots. It's
Yeah.
all one shot. So there's nothing. It's not like a huge event, so to speak.
Right.
Um,
That
but
makes it
it's
I feel like
supposed
it
to
makes
set
it
up.
very confusing. And
I mean, it all makes it confusing,
what's
man.
that quote that's like, what's that quote that's like, that word, it does not mean what I think you think it means.
What you think it
One
means?
shot. It does not mean what
One
I
shot,
think it means.
one shot, one shot, one shot.
That is issue
Um,
1, 2, 3.
and especially because it makes the one shots more important. I guess
Right.
would be the
Right.
word. Like, like I was reading.
They're number ones.
Yeah, I was reading DC versus Vampires,
Mhm.
and I skipped one of the number one or like the one shots, and then I was like, oh, I actually really needed to read that one. Like, but no, Lazarus Planet it's fast. I mean, it's only like a month
Yeah.
of so every week they release like 2 books, and then now it's over already. And the story is supposed to set up everything that's coming the rest of the year with their new storytelling initiative, whether it be giving people new powers or augmenting powers, things like that.
Mhm.
Magic users having a wild time. Uh, Damien goes through a pretty good, I don't know, redemption arc. Not redemption arc. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
sure.
some character
A
development.
coming of age.
Yeah. Because he's very front and center for this event, and
That's
it's
cool.
okay. It's pretty cool. I like it
He's
because
never
it's not
really
like
been the front and center of a big DC event, like a DC
yeah,
wide.
not an event. I mean, he's always on the
He's been in
side
the center
somewhere,
of
but
like Bat events, but not
yeah,
DC events.
yeah. So this one basically,
It's kind of cool to get it right after like a DC event centric Nightwing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Batman gets messed up in the Batman versus Robin, and then
Which is on
when
my
all the
list.
Lazarus, yeah, it's part of your homework.
Hmm.
But when Lazarus Planet starts, the first thing he says, he's like, "Listen to my son." So then it's like, all right, Damien's calling the shots. But
Nice.
no, it's a good thing to, I mean, read anyways. Read the rest of it. It's on
Absolutely.
DC Infinite Ultra. Um,
Yeah, I was getting nervous. I was running out of things to read on Ultra.
I
So
know,
I was
me
just
too,
like,
man. After our last video when I just stayed up and read like 35 DC comics. Um, yeah, me too. But no, this one's gonna set up some stuff that we have, coming for the rest of the year from DC, and I'm excited to see it. So we'll
cool.
see what happens.
Speaking of new things that we're getting from DC, we got Superman #1. Chapter 1, Voices
Superman.
in Your Head. It's the dawn of DC. Superman has returned to Metropolis, and his greatest enemy, Lex Luthor, is finally behind bars. The future of the Superman family has never been brighter. As Clark Kent settles back into his life, iconic and new enemies erupt from the shadows to strike down the Man of Steel. But waiting in the wings to back up Big Blue is Supercorp? What secret project has Lex given to Superman? A hero is only as good as their villains will be put to the test in this brand new oversized #1 featuring comics' greatest superhero by DC Comics architect Joshua Williamson and award-winning superstar artist Jamal Campbell. So,
Yeah, and that pretty much says it. This is, I mean, the big beginning of
yeah.
this new storytelling stuff. I mean, we've already talked about it before. It's going to be a big year for Superman books,
Yeah,
like
I think
whether it
so.
be John Kent, uh, Kara, Clark, whichever one it is. They're all going to be big. This I'm excited about though, because like he's got his secret identity back.
Yeah, I mean
You
yeah,
like it's just kind of back to your
it's been
good
a
old
while.
fashioned, yeah, like back to your good old fashioned Superman
Yeah,
story. I'm pretty sure Metallo's gonna be our first big bad too.
nice. Cool.
Um, yeah, so I mean, it's this one's exciting. I'm happy they gave him his secret identity back.
Yeah, I think that's kind of pivotal to the character.
Yeah, like it's cool. It's a cool story to have it, out in the open that he is
Right.
Superman.
Right.
But they did it for what, like a few years
Yeah.
since, pretty
Yeah.
much since uh Bendis was writing, got to DC.
Right. Yeah.
So
True.
no, I'm excited to see where this goes, and like we've talked about a couple times, it's like I'm excited for the characters. That John Kent story seems awesome.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm really excited about
this
that.
this is probably gonna be really cool. And there's just a lot more Superman stuff this year.
Yeah. But he's not the only man because we got Local Man at number
Image
3.
number one.
Local Man #1 series premiere.
So, man number one is Stray Dogs creator Tony Fleeks teams with Revival's Tim Seeley for a series that combines rural crime noir and superhero action. Once the star recruit of the media sensation super team Third Gen, Jack Xavier, had it all, but when controversy sends Crossjack crawling back to his mom and dad's basement in the Midwest, Jack struggles to fit into a world he left far behind, and then the bodies start piling up. Image number ones, man, about it always.
Yeah.
Now this one seems real weird. Like he looks like I don't know, like a Green Arrow type, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, like a first
I mean,
starting out Green Arrow kind of type.
yeah, I mean, he's got like a quiver and
He also has a
well,
shovel.
spades. He's got like a trenching spade. I don't know. Is he
Digging holes for
digging graves?
bodies.
Digging graves, yeah. You think he's gonna end up fighting all the other superheroes in the third gen team?
I mean,
That's happening.
yeah. You would like it's right there.
Right.
I
he's,
mean,
he's he's gonna kill him. He's
you
gonna
can
go
look
kill them all.
you can look at the variant covers too. Like it's Gen 13.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Well, I'm down for
it's
it.
making a comeback.
Yeah,
90s are
look
going
at
to be
that.
cool again.
The '90s are gonna be cool again. I like that cover B where it's just the
Yeah.
crossjack comic on the table.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
here for
this
it.
this
This
does look
is
very 90s. You're right about that.
yeah, this is I'm very excited to pick it up. I don't know. It's gonna be when I pick up my stack, that's gonna be the first book I read.
Yeah, that's what I need to start doing is just reading the independent stuff first. Because I always let it build up for some reason. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
It's not as
Um,
flexible and easy
oh,
to read.
on- yeah, yeah, that's true.
Like you can
That's
only
true.
read it when you're at
But
home
it's
with your
number ones
cousins.
every
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. On to number 2. Nightwing number 101. Rise of the Underworld, Nightwing at the Circus. So, this kind of kicks off Titans with Nightwing being Justice League. Super exciting. After the events of Dark Crisis, Superman has a talk with Nightwing, letting him know that now is Dick's time to lead. So Nightwing gathers a group of friends to be the premier league in the DC universe and moves their base of operations to Bloodhaven. Meet the new Titans. Then, following the events of Nightwing 2022 annual and the Superman and Nightwing crossover, Nightwing continues to mentor John Kent in ways that Dick learned from being trained by Batman, but in his own more encouraging way.
Who'd have thunk it?
Who'd have thunk it?
So the one thing that confuses me about this, I am excited about this because it's going to give us the new Titans.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
With John
I think is
Kent.
a very yeah, I think it's a very interesting way to keep the Justice League, but like give it a fresh take.
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah, yeah.
because everyone loves the Teen Titans,
Yeah.
make them just the Titans, make it less teens, and
Yeah, I mean we had
you
the whole
know,
series of the Titans. Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
think that
it's
was kind
like
of their transition.
yeah. Um, but the one thing that confuses me about this issue specifically is it kind of seems like exactly what we've already seen. Like Superman has already talked to Nightwing, right?
Yeah.
Because we had Superman
He
and
says
Wonder Woman.
no, he says after the events of Dark Crisis, Superman has a talk. Like I think they're just referencing
Oh, so
that
this
time
is just
period.
reference. Oh, I was about to say
Yeah.
because I was like, yeah, that seems like
No, because
it
it's the
seems like we
synopsis
already
of
got that
Nightwing,
one.
and in the synopsis, they usually kind of point to other
Yeah,
books if they're more important, if they are important. So
but I am excited to see him keep training John Kent though,
yeah,
because that was pretty cool. Like
hmm
when they did that crossover and he's training him, and like John Kent's like, "Where'd you learn this stuff?" He's like, "From Batman," but like he was mean. He he was mean about it. I'm
yeah.
trying not to be mean. He's like talking to himself. He's like, "Don't be mean to this kid. Don't be mean to this kid."
But yeah,
No,
very
it's
excited about this. Very yeah, I'm very excited to
always
see where
happy
this
for
goes.
more Nightwing.
Yeah,
Always
absolutely.
happy.
But not to be outdone, our number 1, Blue Book number 1 from Dark Horse Comics.
Now, this one is from the New York Times best-selling and award-winning co-creators of Something is Killing the Children, The Nice House on the Lake, The Department of Truth, and Powers. Comes this ambitious nonfiction comic book experience depicting true stories of UFO abductions with an eye to capturing the strange essence of those encounters. In this debut issue, Tynion presents what he calls his true weird stories, tales of ordinary people encountering the strange and the impossible. Teaming with artist Michael Avon Oeming, they retell some of the most popular UFO and alien encounter accounts, starting with the infamous Betty and Barney Hill abduction, the widely publicized and very first abduction that went on to shape and influence all future encounter stories. Also includes the short True Weird Coney Island by James Tynion the Fourth, Klaus Janson, and Adita Bidikar. A Tynion number one, man.
Yeah.
I love that he's like really finding his groove. I mean, he's already found it, but like it seems like leaving DC was like a really good choice.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
it really seems like. I mean, when he walked away from Batman, and we were like, oh, what's Tynion doing? Now he's just got so many huge books out.
Well, this one
Everything.
I forgot the name of the company, but Substack. So
Mhm.
they have a bunch of digital. Oh, it was a couple years ago, I think. They gave a bunch of money to a bunch. Like they're the reason why Tynion stopped writing Batman because they gave him so much money that he could just make his own stuff. And this is one of those things. This is originally came out through the Substack digital.
Oh, this has already
Yeah.
been out?
hmm But now it's
Oh,
finally being published.
being published.
hmm
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm here for Tinian.
Oh,
Like,
I've waited. I didn't read it
eh,
digitally. I've been waiting.
yeah, and it's yeah, no, I always avoided Substack because like I like being able to read comics digitally, but I
Yeah.
don't want that to be the only way that read something. Like
Right.
kind of how
Right.
Vanish was out, like the Scott Snyder Amazon stuff. It just I like the print. Um, but
Sure.
no,
Oh,
this
absolutely.
is exciting. I mean, Tiny and telling alien stories and scary stuff. He does it well.
Yeah.
So they should get
Absolutely.
him to like do some episodes of like the X Files or something.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Would
I
that be
mean,
cool?
some of these, I feel like something of his is going to get made into a show for sure.
Well, what? Where are we at on something is killing the children? Because didn't that get optioned?
Yeah, it did, but I haven't heard
Who
anything
bought that?
since.
Netflix?
I think so.
Well, Netflix will make it. It's gonna happen,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
it'll get
maybe
canceled
is
after
it?
season
Is it?
one. They'll cancel it after season one if it happens.
See
Um,
if there's an update.
but no, so I think Department of Truth also got optioned as well. I mean, this past like year and a half has been huge for uh properties being bought up, you know, and tried to turn into something.
Yeah. Yeah, it is Netflix.
Yep. Yeah, so Netflix yeah, like I said, they'll make it. It'll be pretty good and then they'll cancel it. And then I'll be upset.
Yeah, that'll be
And
sad.
then they'll come out and tell us like we never cancel anything that's good.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
But
But
so you also went and saw Ant Man.
I did. I
How was
did.
it?
It
Give
was
us your
fun.
opinion.
I enjoyed it.
Best movie of the year.
Like I mean, it's too early to tell. I also saw Magic Mike 3, so like
It has stiff
I don't
competition.
know.
It has stiff competition.
Magic Magic Mike's my shit. So no, I enjoyed it a lot. It was a fun movie, and especially for me where I was starting to feel like I was losing like the pull to the theater for
Sure.
these movies.
Yeah,
Like
I have.
Spider-Man I loved in theaters, but then Doctor Strange, uh and even before Spider-Man, like Eternals, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, I did enjoy. Spider-Man I did, but then Doctor Strange, Thor, Black Panther even, it was like I could have watched these at home, and been fine.
Yeah.
But this one was like it was definitely I cannot imagine having just seen it at home. Like big it's a big screen thing. Um Jonathan Majors is my man. Like Kang is gonna mess
Nice.
some things up. Like I can't wait. I can't wait for them to do more of that stuff.
I do want to see it.
Um
I look forward to seeing it. I don't
yeah.
know. Me and
And then
theaters, we're not talking right now.
I just love them too
I've
much,
just had
man. I love
the last 3 times I've gone, I've had bad experiences. So I'm just like,
See, yeah,
I
I
don't,
just
I don't
they
like
can't bring
feeling.
me down, man. They don't. I like, other than the two fat dudes who sat around me during Doctor Strange, and I had to fight for leg space because, like, I knew what they were doing. They were trying to bully me, and I wasn't gonna let it happen. Other than that, like, I generally always have a good time. Luckily, this one wasn't super packed. I went on Monday at 1 o'clock. So it's
That's
like
fair. That's fair.
it's President's Day. Not many people are out at 1 o'clock at the Monroeville Mall to see a movie.
Yeah.
Um, it is funny though because I went on Friday, saw Magic Mike, and I was like, it was so surreal for me, like being in the theater when a Marvel movie was coming out, like opening weekend, and not being there to see it. And then I went to the bathroom and it was destroyed. And I was like, these animals, all these animals.
They're
Like
all over.
and I know that I'm one of them. Like, I'm usually one of them. But like this time I was like, I'm above you Marvel goers. Like, what are you doing? You young whippersnappers destroying the bathroom.
You
Like,
zoomers.
yeah, so no, I enjoyed it though. It's definitely worth seeing however you want to watch it, but I do recommend seeing it.
Okay.
It's a big production.
Well, if I have to go to the theaters to see something,
And
that will
also,
be
how
it.
does Michelle Pfeiffer still look that good? Like, she looks younger than most people in the movie.
That's surprising.
Like, ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Cool. Well, on that note, enjoy your reads this week. And if you do enjoy the content, don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Then you ring the bell at the top. So when it comes out either Tuesday morning or Tuesday evening, you get notified. And so you can see what our top five
Ding.
are. So before you go to the comic book store on Wednesday, you can know what to pick up.
You might you might know something you didn't know before.
You got learned. But oh, one more thing I got learned on. So there was our number one last week, the Last Barbarian. There's some controversy because they used AI generated art for the covers.
Oh no, no,
It's
no!
happening.
It's
It's happening.
happening! It's
Yep, it got us.
happening!
It got us. We both like the
It got
cover.
us. I
Yeah,
was like, "Wow, that cover is so good."
AI generated.
Oh no.
But I
No.
don't think
Do I have to start reading, like, about every book and be like, "Did AI draw this?" Like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Skynet is real when comic books are drawn by computers.
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
can't do
they
it.
can write it too.
I know, probably, like, pretty well too. Well, I did oh, man, they did that in in what was it? In one of the Spider-Man comics a while back, a couple years ago. They had, like, a three-page Spider-Man story written by an early AI,
Mhm.
and it was awful. Like, it was, like, not like, it was unintelligible, and
Yeah.
then I'm sure they've learned so much since then.
Yeah.
They've read, like, 9 billion Spider-Man comics.
Oh, sure.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. They know what's going to happen. Yeah. They put it
they know
together.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Oh,
on that
man.
AI terrifying note, we will catch you guys next week. Have a good one.
See ya.